Well, the wild card in all this political madness is the story we broke on Monday. The questions over whether Peter Dutton's business interests could potentially see him disqualified from Parliament by the High Court under the section of the Constitution that forbids financial arrangements with the Commonwealth. Well, Gough Whitlam's time ended with a constitutional crisis. Peter Dutton's Prime Ministership, if he has one, could begin with a constitutional crisis. Peter Dutton's first public act today was to denounce talk of his potential disqualification as baseless, releasing his own legal advice that he says puts him in the clear. But it does no such thing. The opinion is dated last December and is based on childcare arrangements that no longer even exist.
So all it tells us is that there's an opinion that under the previous legislation he was okay, but it doesn't actually tell us what the position is under the current legislation.
Well, Peter Dutton's legal advice should not give him comfort that he's free from disqualification.
Since that advice was prepared, the High Court has delivered a strict judgment that disqualified former Family First Senator Bob Day. And since July, a change to the law has seen childcare subsidies paid directly to childcare centres, including two in Brisbane, in which Mr Dutton has a financial interest. Under Section 44 of the Constitution, that could be grounds for disqualification from Parliament.
I cannot underline too much how important it is that anyone who seeks to be Prime Minister of Australia is eligible to be a Member of Parliament.
Peter Dutton's lawyers say their original advice still stands. The government's own independent source of advice, the Solicitor General, is currently making his own assessment. Malcolm Turnbull says that document will go before the members of the party room before any vote on the leadership. And constitutional law experts say it is likely to be ambiguous.
There is a real prospect that Peter Dutton could be removed from Parliament.
The Prime Minister says it is up to Mr Dutton to establish his constitutional legitimacy, a process that would require a judgment of the High Court.
A minister, let alone a Prime Minister, who is not eligible to sit in the House is not capable of validly being a minister or exercising any of the powers of a minister.
Labor today moved early, demanding Mr Dutton be referred to the High Court.
Ayes 68, noes 69. The question is therefore negatived.
It was defeated by just one vote, with all crossbenchers in the chamber voting with the opposition. The consensus of constitutional experts is that the High Court could very well make a judgment putting Mr Dutton in the clear. But until it's resolved, a Peter Dutton Prime Ministership would begin and could continue under the darkest possible constitutional cloud.